Jerry Springer. Let me say a couple of words. I didn't watch the Jerry Springer show a lot, but I watched it enough to know what was going on. And whenever I watched it, it was pretty fucking crazy. I don't know why I didn't watch it more. It seems like that would be
At
up my
one time, I
alley.
was almost addicted to it. Every
Really?
day, I'd get off work and had a car with a TV in it, and I was like, turn on Jerry Springer," because he'd always be on when I got in the car, and I'd watch those people go crazy. And then eventually, I was like, "Robin, what are you watching? This is crazy." But I loved that Jerry hardly did anything. He introduced the
Right.
people. They started fighting. The audience took over rooting them on.
Right.
That
And then
Steve Wilco would come out and separate the people.
yeah,
And then at the end, Jerry would give his final word.
the show debuted on August 30th, 1991. And I thought it was a fun show. I don't know why I didn't see more of it, but I'm sure those shows will live on in infamy. Jerry died last month from, and this is terrible, pancreatic cancer. The guy had a big impact. There weren't that many TV shows you could tune in where the guests were actually allowed to beat each other up and hit each other. They had that
Tear their
bodyguards.
wigs off. I love it. It was
Yeah.
like crazy.
Critics called it America's most infamous guilty pleasure. Jerry came on here, told me how the show developed when he was talking with us back in 2014.
The original contract was for 6 weeks. Because I was
6
still
weeks?
because I was still doing the news.
Ah.
There were 20 shows at the time. This was 91, and we were all trying to be like Oprah and go after middle-aged housewives. And then Ricky Lake came along. Ricky Lake was really the first show to go after the kids. And when I say kids, I mean high school, college age.
Right.
I just said, as a business model, why are we trying to go after Oprah and be 1 out of 20? Let's go after Ricky and just be 1 out of 2. So we decided right there the next day, from now on, only young people in the audience, young people on stage, young subject matter. Well, young people are much more open about their lives and crazier.
Right.
So every once in a while, the show went crazy, but not all the time.
Jerry's life had some shocking moments. His mother gave birth to him in a subway station in London in 1944.
What?
It was being used as a bomb shelter during World War II, and Jerry was born.
Oh my
Moved to the United States when he was 5. Went to law school at Northwestern. Was elected to the city council of Cincinnati when he was only 27 years old. He was one of the youngest dudes at that point, but he had to resign 3 years later when he admitted he hired a hooker and paid her with a check. That's the I think that's the defining moment in Jerry's, like, people never stop goofing on the dude. Here's when he called into our show, 1997, to talk about it.
Okay, I was with a woman. I shouldn't have been with her. And 4 years later,
She came forward?
no, I had revealed that what I had done, and I held a press conference and said that I had gone to this club and that I'd been with this woman. And
You mean you never got
You
caught?
never even got
oh
caught?
no, I never got caught at the place.
You mean you
Never.
confessed to being with a hooker?
I did. Oh
What-
yeah. I
what, she
confessed
tried to
it, but I
blackmail
never-
you?
No, I never got caught there.
Did she try to blackmail you or something?
Well, there were phone calls.
Oh, so it wasn't just like
Yeah.
you just woke up one day and said, I
Oh,
need to
no.
confess.
You know, I don't get up in the morning and say, you know what?
I was going to say you were crazy.
Yeah,
This'll be
really.
good. It's a slow news day.
You could understand that I was quite taken with this whole story. You know. Well, anyway, Jerry admitted to the whole hooker thing, and then he was reelected to the council the following year. And he was elected mayor just 2 years after that. And then he ran for governor in 1982. And he even made his prostitution story part of his campaign ad. He embraced it.
I'm Jerry Springer, and I want to be your governor. Now, after sharing some specific solutions for our unemployment and education problems in this state, it looks like the nomination is finally within grasp, which makes what I'm about to tell you even more difficult. Some 9 years ago, I spent time with a woman I shouldn't have, and I paid her with a check. I wish I hadn't done that, and the truth is, I wish no one would ever know. But in the rough world of politics, opponents are not about to let personal embarrassments lay to rest. Perhaps like you, I'm not sure what any of this has to do with being governor, but maybe my talking to you about this makes a point. Ohio is in a world of hurt. The next governor is going to have to take some heavy risks and face some hard truths. I'm prepared to do that. This commercial should be proof. I'm not afraid, even of the truth, and even if it hurts. Come on, join me on June 8th. We're going to turn the state around.
Jerry always landed on his feet. And this is from 2011. He told me how he eventually moved into broadcasting.
I did 10 years on city council and mayor, And then in '82, I ran for governor of Ohio.
Yeah.
I lost. The very next week, I was hired by the NBC affiliate to anchor the news in Cincinnati. I wanted to do political commentary, but they wanted me to anchor, so we had a trade-off that I would agree to anchor the news, but they would let me do a commentary every night at the end of the newscast.
Yeah.
They were last in the ratings. Channel 5, the NBC affiliate. They were bottom of the rating. I mean, they were behind the independent station at the time. So they had nothing to lose.
As a stunt, they said, let's get the mayor to be the anchorman.
Exactly.
I see. And it worked.
And it worked.
You became the number one anchorman in the market.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I thought I was good at that. I mean, I'm not immodest in terms of what I think I do well. I think I'm a nice guy and I think I'm bright. But I'm not talented.
Jerry's show ran for over 3,000 episodes. He was on The Masked Singer. He hosted America's Got Talent. Remember, he was like one of the original hosts. Regis, then Jerry Springer. He was part of The Price is Right? Gee, I didn't know that. And 3 Miss World pageants. Yeah. Rest in peace, Jerry Springer. He was a nice guy, always came on our show, always mixed it up with us. And hopefully somewhere in heaven right now, Robin, all of the angels are chanting the following.
You
Rest
don't
in
know
peace,
how wonderful
Jerry.
that makes me feel.